Hi, dear students. In the last class, we were discussing the chapter Crop Production and Management. That is part 1. So, in that, in the first part, we were studied what is crop, what are the different types of crops, and the basic practices of crop production. In that, the first two practices, one is preparation of soil and sowing. We were studied in the last class. So, in this today's class, let us begin with adding manure and fertilizers to the soil. Adding manure and fertilizers to the soil. The substances which are added to the soil in the form of nutrients for the healthy growth of plants are called manure and fertilizers. Okay, what are manure and fertilizers here? These are the substances which we add them to the soil. Okay, which we add them to the soil uh, in the form of nutrients. Why? Because for the healthy growth of plants. So they are called as manure and fertilizers. Soil supplies mineral nutrients to the crop. As you know, students, soil that supplies mineral nutrients to the crop. These nutrients are essential for the growth of plants. In certain areas, in the same farmers grow crop field. The field is never uncultivated or fallow. Because of this, continuous growing of crops makes the soil poor in certain nutrients. Therefore, farmers have to add manure to the field to replenish the soil with nutrients. This process is called manuring. So, the farmers what they do? They add manure and fertilizers to the uh, crop field. Why? Because to enrich the nutrients in the soil. Okay. So this process of adding manure to the soil is called as manuring. Improper or insufficient manuring results in the weak plants. So sufficient manure to be supplied to the crop or soil. If in the deficiency, if it if there will be a deficiency in the manure and fertilizer in the soil, there will be a loss of crop. Okay, the plants become weak. So manure, and what is manure and fertilizer here? Manure is an organic substance obtained from decomposition of plant or animal wastes. Farmers dump plant and animal waste in the pits at open places and allow it to decompose. The decomposition is caused by some of the microorganisms. Okay, the microorganisms may be bacteria, and the animals like earthworm, roundworm. These organisms decompose, helps in a decomposition. So this is the organic manure. Organic manure. These manure provides a lot of humus to the soil. It is relatively less rich in plant nutrients. Manure is relatively, compared to fertilizer, it is less rich in plant nutrients. Then what is fertilizer? Fertilizer is an inorganic salt. Manure is a organic substance. Fertilizer is a inorganic salt. They are prepared in the factories. It does not provide any humus to the soil. Manure provides humus to the soil. Okay. Fertilizer, it does not provide any humus to the soil. Fertilizers are very rich in plant nutrients like nitrogen, phosphorus and potassium, where manure are relatively less rich in plant nutrients, whereas fertilizers are very rich in plant nutrients. They may be nitrogen, phosphorus, and potassium. The examples for fertilizers are urea, ammonium sulfate, superphosphate, potash, NPK, that is nitrogen, phosphorus, and potassium, NPK. I think you have heard these names. Okay, commonly we add to the crop field. These are the some of the fertilizers. So the use of fertilizers has helped farmers to get better yield of crops such as wheat, paddy, and maize. But excessive use of fertilizers has made the soil less fertile. Fertilizers have also become a source of water pollution. Okay, by adding manure there will be a no harmful effect on a soil, whereas when we add more fertilizers to the soil, then there will be a um, disadvantages, so that the water pollution may cause. Okay, therefore, in order to maintain the fertility of the soil, we have to substitute the fertilizers with organic manure or leaves in the field, uncultivated in between two crops. The use of manure improves soil texture as well as its water retaining capacity. So, what is the use of manure here? The use of manure improves soil texture as well as the water retaining capacity. So, water holding capacity is also increased by manure. It replenishes the soil with the nutrients. And another method of replenishing the soil with nutrients is through crop rotation. There can be done by growing different crops alternatively. What is crop rotation? Crop rotation means here we have to grow crops alternatively. In a line by line or seasonably we have to change the crops in the same field. So that is called as a crop rotation. Earlier, farmers in the northern India used to grow legumes as a fodder in one season and wheat in the next season. Okay, this helped in the replenishment of soil with nitrogen. Okay, in the earlier days, the farmers used to grow in one season the legumes with a fodder in one season, and in the next season they have to grow another crop, that may be wheat, paddy, or ragi. Okay, so this enriches the or replenishes the nutrients in the soil. Farmers are being encouraged to adapt this practice. Okay, this is about the manure and fertilizer. So you can see here the man adding fertilizers and manure to the crop field. So you can observe here. And one more thing which is more efficient for the growth of crop. So we have to conduct a activity, that is we have to take moong or gram seeds and germinate them. So select 3 equal sized seedlings. Take 3 empty glasses or similar vessels. So you have to mark them as A, B and C. For inner glass A, add little amount of soil mixed with little cow dung manure. In glass A, you have to add soil with a little amount of cow dung. So in the second glass, that is B, you have to put same amount of soil mixed with a little urea. Take the same amount of soil in a glass C without adding anything. Okay, in the glass A you have to add cow dung, in the B glass you have to add urea, that is fertilizer, and in the C glass you have to you have not adding any manure or fertilizer. Okay, now pour the same amount of water in each glasses and plant the seedlings in them. So keep these glasses in a safe place and water them daily. After 7 to 10 days, then you have to observe their growth. What happens here? So in the glass A, there will be a little amount of growth of moong or gram plant. In the B, there will be a enriched growth of plant. In the C, there will be a less growth of the plant. What does it indicate? The fertilizers. What we have had? Urea, that is fertilizer in the B glass, that is as we said, fertilizers are very rich in plant nutrients, so it helps in the growth of, enriches the growth of crop. It indicates the fertilizers are very rich in plant nutrients, so it enriches the growth of crops. Then what are the advantages of manure here? The organic manure is considered better than fertilizers. Okay, this manure is better than the fertilizers because it enhances the water holding capacity of the soil. And the next point is it makes the soil porous, due to which exchange of gases becomes easy. It makes the soil porous, so it helps in the gaseous exchange. It increases the number of friendly microbes. Okay, in the soil, it helps to increase in the number of microbes in the soil. It improves the texture of the soil. So these are the advantages of manure. Advantages of manure. And the next basic practice of crop production is irrigation. All living beings need water to live. Water is an important for proper growth and development. Water is absorbed by the plant roots. Along with water, minerals and fertilizers are also absorbed. Plants contain nearly 90% of water. Water is essential because germination of seeds does not take place under dry conditions. So we have to add water to the soil. Nutrients dissolved in water are transported to the each part of the plant. Water also protects the crop from both frost and hot air currents. To maintain the moisture of the soil for healthy crop growth, fields have to be watered regularly. So, the supply of water to crops at a regular intervals is called as irrigation. What is irrigation? The supply of water to the crops at different levels, at different intervals is called as irrigation. Okay, the time and frequency of irrigation varies from crop to crop, soil to soil, and the season to season. In summer, the frequency of watering is higher because a lot of water is evaporated by the higher temperature. Okay, so the crops require heavy amount of water in the summer season, whereas in the rainy and winter season it requires less amount of water. Then here, what are the sources of irrigation? The sources of irrigation are wells, tube wells, ponds, lakes, rivers, dam and canals. These are some of the sources of irrigation. So there are two types of irrigation. One is traditional method and another one is modern method. The water available in wells, lakes and canals is lifted up by the different methods in different regions for taking it to the fields. So this is the traditional method of irrigation. Cattle or human labor is used in these methods. So in the traditional method there will be a utilization of cattle or human laborers in the traditional method. So these methods are cheaper. The traditional methods are cheaper, but they are less efficient. The various traditional ways are moat, chain pump. The traditional methods are chain pump, moat, that is pulley system, dekil, rahat. These are the some of traditional method which were used in the earlier days. So this is the rahat system, pulley system. Modern methods of irrigation. The modern methods of irrigation helps to use water economically. The main methods that are used in the modern methods are sprinkler system and drip system. Sprinkler system. This system is more useful on the uneven land where sufficient water is not available. What is sprinkler system here? Which it is useful on the uneven land. The land which is uneven where the sufficient water is not available, in that place sprinkler system is suitable. Sprinkler system is very useful for lawns, coffee plantation and several other crops. Okay. Whereas drip irrigation or drip system, the water falls drop by drop, okay, directly near the roots. So it is called drip system. It is the best technique for watering fruit plants, gardens and trees. Water is not wasted at all. It is a boon in regions where availability of water is poor. Okay, drip irrigation, here the water falls drop by drop directly near to the roots. So it is a boon in the regions where availability of water is very poor. So these are the two modern systems which are currently using. One is sprinkler system. This is a sprinkler system. This is a sprinkler system. Okay. This is drip irrigation. So these are the modern methods of irrigation. Hope you understood the concept as we have studied in this class. So the next basic practices are continued in the next video. Thank you, students.